Welcome to the first in a series of training videos to help you to use your new Google Suite account and the apps that are attached to it. For those that don't know me, my name's Michelle Atkinson and I am the 2020-21 IWNZ New Zealand Vice President. Just recently, IWNZ New Zealand registered with Google as a non-profit. This has given us access to a whole range of tools. We've also registered the domain name IWNZ.org.nz, and for all national and district account holders, or position holders even, we have set up Google Suite accounts for each of you, which we manage ourselves through our admin center. I'm going to show you now a really brief and informative video that explains a little bit about what a Google nonprofit is.
Nonprofits are changing the world. Whether your organization focuses on bringing clean and safe drinking water to everyone on the planet, or caring for people in your local community, nonprofits like yours are making a difference every single day. But nonprofits also face a unique set of challenges. How to manage volunteers and operations on a limited budget. How to get the word out about your organization and mission through storytelling. And how to drive more engagement from donors to fundraise for your nonprofit. We believe that nonprofits should be able to focus more energy on their mission and making an impact, which is why we launched Google for Nonprofits, to provide access to Google's technology and services at no charge for nonprofits in more than 50 countries around the world. Your nonprofit can collaborate and communicate more effectively with smart, secure business apps from G-Suite. With Gmail, your nonprofit employees and volunteers can send email from your nonprofit's custom domain. Teams can stay connected from different locations by using Google Hangouts and Chat. And you can access and collaborate on documents from anywhere with Google Drive. Increase your productivity so you can spend more time serving your cause or community. Through Google for Nonprofits, eligible organizations can receive free advertising to run ads on Google Search. Google Ads enables your organization to appear in ads on Google Search when someone's searching for topics related to your mission. Your nonprofit can receive free advertising to raise awareness, drive donations, and recruit volunteers. Tell the story of your organization through video to create an emotional connection to your cause. With YouTube, nonprofits can expand their audience, reach new supporters, and connect viewers to their mission. And finally, imagine that your donors and supporters could see exactly where their donations are making a difference. With Google Earth and Maps, nonprofits can create compelling custom maps that help tell their story to the world. Nonprofits are changing the world. We are here to help. Learn more at google.com/nonprofits.
So it's quite exciting what is in store and what could possibly be used for IWNZ New Zealand. Don't worry, you're not going to be asked to get involved with all of those to start with. We're all learning here. And one of the exciting things is that we are all learning and we can't break the system. People have tried to break it all around the world and it hasn't broken yet. So I'm sure that us as IWNZ New Zealand members are not going to have big problems to be able to break the system. And I think that's what we all need to remember here too. It is scary when we start something new. Change is good, but it can also make us step outside of our comfort zones at times. So don't worry, we're here to help and we're all learning and we're all on this journey together. So I'm going to jump in now and introduce you to your new account. By now, you've already logged in and hopefully had a little bit of a tour around yourself. I'm just going to point you in the direction of a few tools that you may just find useful to start with. And I'm going to just give a little bit of an introduction to some of those apps that there are that we might be able to use in the future. Notice I say might, because we're not expecting all of you to pick everything up right from the very beginning. We're not, so we can't expect you to as well. But there are some tools that are available for us to use that will be exciting and will give us some opportunities to really move forward and help with our communication skills and with organising our organisation and within our districts and our clubs and even at national level as well. So let's have a look. So when you go on to Google, this is what I've got set up as my theme. So I go into Google automatically and I get a lovely picture. You may not look like that at this stage. Don't worry about the aesthetics. We'll talk about that as we move along. You'll see in the top right-hand corner that there is my little picture, 9 dots, images, and Gmail. So that's telling me that the Google account that I'm logged into is my own personal one at the moment. I wanted to change that. So I click on my picture and I can see all the different Google accounts that I'm registered with and logged in with. So I'm going to change now to the Vice President's one. So I get a different screen that I look at because that's the theme that I've got set. I still see Gmail, images, and these 9 important dots. I'll come back to those in a moment. The first thing I want you to do, and this is possibly the only time you will ever need to do it, but I just want you to know where it is. When you click on your profile picture and you click on Manage Your Google Account, this is what comes up. Here are the tools and the bits of information that work behind the scenes that help us to understand what's happening with our account. So personal information, you'll see that the profile picture has been set, your name has been set, and you're unable to change that name because remember, this is an organisation account, it's not a personal account. So this account is for the Vice President of Inner Wheel New Zealand, or it's for whatever role you hold within the organisation. What you can do is you can manually change your password. I'm going to come back to that in a moment. And you can set up a recovery phone number. Passwords. If you want to change your password, you can go here and click on the little arrow. It will take you to a section where you need to log in again and click next. And when you click next, it will take you through the process of changing a password. However, if you've forgotten your password and you click the Forget Password button, that sends an email to one of the 3 admin accounts that we have operating, and one of those 3 people will be able to change your password and they'll send you a link. So when you have, I'm just going to take us back from that one. So when you've logged in now, and every time you get sent a new link for a reset password, then you'll be asked to put in a new password for yourself. So the likelihood of needing to go and change the passwords is very small. But a few of you, when you were given the account information to log in, were actually given a generic password that most people in your district have that same password. You may choose to go and change your password so that you just know that there's a little bit of added security there for you. Now, when you have the passwords changed, just be reassured that in the admin section, when we get a reset password, we can reset the password. We can't see what your current password is, so we can't just go into your account. That's a bit of security for you, so you know that that's secure. So what the admin can do is that they can keep an eye on the security features. So if someone suspicious is trying to log into your account, an alert comes there. We're able to reset the account with the passwords, but also reset the account in general if you've lost all your data, if you've lost all your information. And then at the end of each year, we can reset the accounts to then pass it on with a new password to the next person that's going to take your role. So whereas in the past with our Gmail accounts, we've quite often had that scenario where it has to send a special alert to the person whose phone number or recovery email is attached to that account. And then we get into this whole cycle and problem where the phone number hasn't changed from person to person, and we don't know whose phone number that code is being sent to, and it's brought a whole lot of issues with us in the future. So into the future, we can manage all those passwords and make the changeover of accounts a lot easier for everybody concerned. I just want to add one last point here about the background. You can go to security. That's where you can set up a recovery phone number and a recovery email if you want to, but you don't need to because it's all managed from us. And the last point is, please don't add any payment or subscription information into the back of this account. This is not your personal Gmail account anymore. It is an organization account, and you certainly don't want to have your payment methods being passed on next year to the new account holder. So going back to, we've logged in and we get this lovely screen, and we have these are our toolkits up in the top right hand corner. Be aware that sometimes it might jump around, so just always check which account you are working in, because you want to make sure you're in the correct one. So by hovering over the profile picture, it tells you that I'm in the Google account of the Vice President in IWN New Zealand. Now these 9 little buttons next to that are 9 little buttons. We have to remember that they're very useful tools. That's where we're going to be going to flick in and out of the apps that we're going to use. So you can get into your Gmail from here, and you may find that the order of your apps looks very different to the order here. So the easy thing to do is click on the app that you want, and you can rearrange the order of it by just dragging it around to where you want. Now, I'll say the ones that you'll want to possibly be using during the year are going to be the calendar and Meet, Gmail groups and contacts, maybe YouTube, Drive, and then Slides, Docs, Sheets, and Forms. Those are ones that you're more than likely to use. I'm assuming that coming up shortly that Hangouts and Chat may disappear a little bit, because Google Meet seems to be taking over on that side of things as far as the online meetings are concerned. So let's just have a quick look here. Google Drive, this app is like your cloud storage. So those of you that use Microsoft, it's the equivalent to your OneDrive option. If you're on Apple, then it's the iCloud. So everything is stored up in the cloud. And the benefit of that is that it keeps it off your internal computer and on your device, and you can log on to any device anywhere, and you've got those documents already at your fingertips, because it carries on. You just log into the account and it can find those documents. So by using Docs, Sheets, and Forms and Slides, it's the equivalent to using Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. The Forms is a new and exciting one, which I'm going to run another session, and you may be able to do, for example, a Google form for everybody in your club, email it out to everyone in your club so that you can update your birthdays, the dates joining, their email addresses, phone numbers, contact, like a membership contact form. They fill it in online, and then it all gets collated and created into a spreadsheet in the back engine. It looks like a really exciting new tool. That's one of the new ones that I've been looking at. Sheets is like using Excel spreadsheets, and I can see that working in IWN New Zealand with our collation of our service records that we need for that we need to complete each year. So it might be something that we can collaboratively work on within our clubs and our districts, so that you can be filling that in during the year. Then it's an easy pass it over and share it with the National Secretary, who collates all the results at the end of each year. Docs, again, really exciting that there are collaborative tools in there. How many of you have written a document and then you've sent it to someone to say, can you proofread this? You know, have I written it right? Is there anything that needs to be changed? And then you get into this vicious cycle of emails going round and round and you're making constant changes. Well, with Docs, you can actually do live editing there and then. You can see who's edited it, and then you can choose to accept those edits or not, and then you can just save the document and share it as needed. It could be a big time saver, that one. So I'm going to run separate sessions on the use of Drive, Slides, Docs, Sheets, and Forms in the future. Now, YouTube, by having a Google account, and setting up as non-profit, we then get this access to this having an Inner Wheel New Zealand YouTube channel. So we've set it up as an Inner Wheel New Zealand branded YouTube channel. You can see here that it may or may not come up automatically when you go into it. So again, click on, have a look at the profile picture in the corner. So you'll see there's the profile picture there. This is notifications. Next to it, our 9 dots appear again. And this little camera with a plus in it means that's where I can upload videos onto the channel. If you're not on the Inner Wheel New Zealand one, when you link into it from inside your account, you can switch accounts here, and you can choose which account you're going to view it in. Currently in this account, there's nothing. Hopefully by the time this has completed, then we'll have the training videos that are going to appear in there. But this will be something that we're going to develop over the coming year, and get some really good content in there. So I'll go back to the screen here. I'm going to be running a session on Gmail, and in particular how to use Gmail and upload your contacts, and this function here of groups. So how many of you have been to a district exec meeting or to even a club meeting where the secretary says they've emailed out all the attachments, and then you have to scroll through your Gmail account and find when those were sent, and then find the attachments and download them all, and you get completely lost because everything gets lost within the all the Gmails that come in. By working in a group, the good thing is that everything is, if a group is set up just for your district exec or for all your club ISOs, or for you know, if you're a district ISO, you can set up all your club ISOs, or with NGB, or with a membership team, or whatever. There's all sorts of different groups that can be formed. I'm going to run a session just on how to set up groups and how to manage them. But I see it being a really useful tool for having everything together in the one area, and then people being able to find the documents really easily. So that's going to be another training session coming up with that. Then we're going to run a training session on use of Meet and how you can make presentations like this, and then by using your calendar to actually set up and run and take part in different Meet activities and how those calendars can work. So that's in session number 3 for that one. So you'll see then that there are lots of apps and lots of tools that can be used, and I'm not really going into any of them at the moment. But what I want you to do is to have a go at going in and having a look and seeing what's there. If you want to learn more, click on the little question mark, and that takes you to the Help Center. If you look for videos on YouTube of Google Help videos, they have a whole range of videos to give you some training in how to use those tools. But just remember, as I said earlier, you can't break the system. So just have a play. And if you get into strife, just email admin@iwnz.org.nz, and hopefully we can help you out there. Ladies, enjoy your new accounts. I look forward to seeing you at the other training sessions. Thank you for your time today. Take care, and we'll talk later.